Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Navis Nobilite. And today we are continuing the Vessels of Chaos, and we are beginning with the only one of the Space Marine Legion battle barges that actually got its own unique mini. This is the Terminus Est Death Guard battleship battle barge at 430 points. It is a giant modified despoiler with battleship with 13 hits, 20 centimeter speed, 45-degree turns, 4 shields, 5 up armor, and 4 turrets. It has equipped with it some rather interesting firepower. If you're a Nurgle player, you're probably drooling right now as I say this. It has port and starboard 30 centimeter Hives of Nurgle at left and right arc, a dorsal strength 4 45 centimeter lance battery at front, left, right, launch capacity 9 divided equally between port, starboard, and prow, and a prow lance battery of 30 centimeters of strength 4 out the front. Now, obviously, it's a giant fleet carrier, and it's a very expensive fleet carrier. It has a number of unique abilities. One, it's obviously a unique vessel. You can only take it once. It is a ponderous vessel and cannot become the new heading special orders. No surprises there. It has the Mark of Nurgle as part of its point cost. It cannot be boarded. With the exception of Grey Knight Space Marines, it cannot be boarded. The extra hit and point cost are already included, and it does not have to be paid for separately by the commander. It is a flagship. If chosen, the Terminus Est must be the fleet's flagship and have its War Master placed upon it, unless the Planet Killer is also present, in which case a Chaos Lord must lead it. This vessel may only bear the Mark of Nurgle. It cannot be used with anything involving Tzeentch. Anything at all. Just don't. Unless Abaddon's there to force the issue. So bear that in mind. It has another ability known as the Miasma of Pestilence. The Terminus Est is surrounded by swarming clouds of the same warp-spawn flies which buzz and howl throughout its interior and first transformed Typhus into the host of the Destroyer Hive. This miasma permeates outwards from the ship through blisters, boils, and fractures in its surface, or through corroded discharge tubes and weapons barrels. It replaces the ship's turrets and works exactly the same way as turrets against attack craft, but it has no effect against torpedoes. So bear that in mind. You cannot shoot down enemy torpedoes with this ship's turrets. So that is a downside of this particular vessel. It also has the Hives of Nurgle. Along either side of the Terminus Est are row upon row of pustules, hives, and sores that fester upon the ship's cankered hull. These growths cover the rusted remains of what was once the ship's main broadside batteries like coral over rock, periodically erupting violently and hurling a mixture of corroded debris, ammunition, and filth into space. The hives function exactly the same way as weapons batteries. The Nurgle player may also place a single blast marker anywhere along the Terminus Est course after each move to represent the constant seeping from the hives. It also obscures and distorts the shape of the Terminus Est, meaning a vessel within 15 centimeters does not benefit from a left column shift when firing at it. So that gives this already tough vessel a bit more of an advantage in toughness when in close range combat, because obviously the firepower of the vessel is what is dragging it closer to the enemy. The Terminus Est is a big, impressive um, lump of a battleship. It has excellent launch capacity, and yes, having just one more launch capacity is more significant than the despoiler. That it is a huge improvement, and as I have to point this out, and because it is subdivided between port, starboard, and prow, you have that beautiful advantage of having a more reliable carrier. Now, it's super expensive, but if you take this, you don't need to bring any more carriers, plain and simple. This vessel will do the job. Just don't expect it to win any prolonged battles with enemy battleships. While it does have the advantage of the Hives of Nurgle, it is weak against torpedoes, and it just doesn't have the firepower to stand up. Though, if you get someone in the prow at 30 centimeters, that is a strength 8 lance. That can cause a heck of a lot of pain. Just not much else is going to cause that pain, and heaven forbid you fail your reload special orders. So, an enemy who's good at keeping their distance will probably be able to outgun you. So just bear that in mind when you are taking this ship. It is also uniquely resilient against Corn vessels, because Corn cannot board this ship. What a pity. If so, this can only really be taken in the plague fleets of Nurgle. So if you are a Nurgle fan, this is the character ship for you. Now, the difference between it and the Chaos Battle Barge is only 20 points. So there really is no reason to take it if you are playing the plague fleet. Any other fleet, if you're playing a non-specific Chaos list that has access to this, or you want to take it as reserve, it's just really not worth it. And it's only really meant to be used in the Plague Fleet. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I will now move on to the next character ship.